time to get started on our live stream for today. It's 10 a.m. on Monday, March the 23rd of 2026. It's amazing the speed with which time flies. I'm very excited to talk to you today about a favorite verse or favorite passage. Thanks all of you for joining on the live stream. It's very cool to connect. We've been doing these vision casts for a while now. Our passion is to communicate a little bit about the vision for Follower of One using Bible verses and little devotional kind of conversations that we do. And doing this in the live stream is just a way to do something to help prompt us each week. One of the things I hope eventually happens is that even the Bible verses that we're talking about might become a lesson plan that you can use for a small group that you lead. Because one of the things I'm learning about us living out our faith is it's a very personal thing, but it's also something that we do better when we do it with someone else. Community is very important. And so doing our faith with someone else, always, in my case anyway, always I tend to go a little further. I tend to do a little more with my faith when I have a friend who's encouraging me and challenging me a little bit with that. So today we're talking about a passage from Mark 10:45 in particular, and the idea that Jesus calls us to do things first. He calls us to be the first to serve. I think that's the challenge that he gives us, is that our challenge to serve others, and our fourth daily habit that we talk about is about serving others. That's the mechanism that God has given us to make a difference in the world, by serving other people. It's exciting to see what Jesus does when we serve other people. He makes that happen. I want to read this whole passage, starting in Mark 10:42. Calling them to himself, Jesus said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you. But whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant. And whoever wishes to be first among you shall be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life a ransom for many." I've always been struck by this passage because Jesus is basically saying to us, hey, I came here to serve people. And our strategy is to serve people. Think about it. If all of our sins are forgiven, then all we want to do is love and follow Jesus in such a way that other people do that. Their sins can be forgiven when they do that. I want to serve people first. But what's cool about this is, I don't know if anyone said any of this stuff before Jesus, but we have it on record here of Jesus talking about leadership being service. That when we serve other people, that's a way to be a leader, is by putting them first. And I struggle with this. I struggle with this because I'm human. I also struggle with this because I'm ornery. I think I struggle with it a lot because I'm ornery. I tend to think about myself instead of thinking about other people. I tend to believe that if I serve someone else, then I won't have anything left. I tend to believe that if I'm generous, I'll give away too much, or those kinds of things. And yet, Christ gave away everything. He gave away his life. He gave away his right to be God. In Philippians 2, it talks about that he put aside his Godhead, his godliness. He put that aside to become a baby, to become humble, to enter this world and let us kill him. And that was the mechanism by which we are saved. To me, that's just too fascinating. It's too fascinating for me to discount, and yet I still almost reflexively choose to look out for myself. I want to be quicker to serve. And that's where I think this challenge comes for us, serving other people because we follow Jesus. Just because I obey this verse, because I choose to do what Jesus would have me do today, there must be enough. I must be in a position where I can do what he would ask me to do. I want to be able to serve other people. Now, I don't have unlimited resources, but I certainly have opportunities to give out more than I've been given. I can give away things, or I can serve other people in different ways. There are lots of ways you can serve people. So one of the things that I want to try and do is serve them by praying for them. Oftentimes I try and serve them by looking out for them or doing something that I think they would appreciate. So what are some ideas, maybe you can put in the chat, of some ideas of ways that you like to serve people because you're a Jesus follower? I have a friend who often buys the lunch of the person behind him in the drive-through line. I almost never remember to do that. I want to learn to do that and to be more generous. I want to look for ways to serve people that are involved in this community. I want to look for ways to serve believers that help them live out their faith. What I don't want to do is get to heaven and realize how much more I could have done, because this life will be over. And so I want to make the best of this life. I want to make the most of the time, as it says, I think it's in Colossians. Bonnie said she's finding this way that serving others is the sacrifice of forgiveness, loving others by letting love cover a multitude of sins. Painful goes against the flesh, but it is truly living out our faith, laying down our lives for others. That's exactly right, Bonnie. And Amy says that she loves serving people through hospitality and giving people her undivided attention. I think that's a great point, Amy. Undivided attention is one of the ways that we can really be a blessing to other people. And it's something that we can all do. Chat, some other ways that you like to serve people. I keep my phone in my pocket. Pay attention to people. Don't pay attention to my phone or my watch going off or any of those things. Just concentrate on the person that I'm talking to. I would like to remember something that I can do or say in another conversation with them in the future. I want to try and think about something they said and remember it in the next conversation. I want to pay so much attention to them that they get the idea that I believe that they've been chosen by God, because we all have been. We've all been hand created by him. We've been handmade. He's brought us exactly where we are. We're unique, one of a kind, extremely extraordinary. There's no such thing as an ordinary person. And therefore, we have this opportunity to live out our faith, and to make a big difference in the lives of other people, because we know who he is and we know what he would have us do. We have this opportunity. And so today, I think we get this in this verse, we get this command from Jesus. He came to serve. He's left us here to serve. Our job is to serve other people so that he becomes visible. When we serve people and they go, "Why are you doing this?" and you say, "I felt like that's what Jesus wanted me to do. I'm a Jesus follower." And the minute that I say something like that, my faith becomes something they have to deal with. They're trying to explain my behavior. Faith has to be a major factor in that. I hope that my whole life can't be explained without you understanding that Jesus was calling the shots. Larry says that he looks for opportunities to encourage people. He's a C- student here. So am I. I'm way down the board when it comes to encouraging people. I have a friend who genuinely appreciates something about everybody he sees. I would love to be genuine in my appreciation of other people. I am genuine in my appreciation of those of you who are on this call and who are putting comments in the chat, because it's exciting to me when we all come together and we're helping one another. Yes, we're all C- students. That's exactly right, Bonnie. But we can all help each other out. We've all been given an opportunity, and what we do matters. Jesus has said that what we do matters. And therefore, it's important that we pay attention to the people around us. It's important that we look for ways to serve first. It's important that we respond when Jesus prompts us to go out of our way and do something extra. And to me, I think it's cool because going all the way back to verse 42 in this passage, he said, the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great men exercise authority over them. But it is not this way among you. Whoever wishes to become great among you shall be your servant. And whoever wishes to be first among you shall be slave of all. We've been called to this servant role. And it's being the servant that Jesus treasures. And so we want to be people that Jesus treasures. I want to be somebody that Jesus treasures. I hope that Jesus says to me, well done, good and faithful servant, when it's time. And I know I've dropped the ball in a lot of places. But one of the ways that I can pay attention is to serve others. And so I think God calls us to serve other people first. Even when someone is trying to do something difficult and they seem to be trying to make your life difficult, try to find a way to serve them. Try to find a way to bless them. In a workplace context, I would be trying to look for ways to help the people who work with me, who either have to do something with what I've done or they're part of the process before or after me. Try and figure out a way to make their job easier at your expense. Try to find a way to make their life better at your expense. We get these opportunities to serve people. And I think that's a great challenge for us. I don't want to make it any more complicated than it has to be, but just ask God what he would have you do. And guess what? The next crazy idea probably is from him. And so if it seems a little crazy, if it seems a little extreme, then maybe you should do it because it might be him. I want to be quick to hear Jesus when he gives me a crazy idea and tells me to go do something for someone. If it's service, if it lines up with scripture, it might very well be from him. And so I want to do that. And so for all of us today, we get to serve first. Today, our challenge this week, let's find ways to serve people. Let's find ways to serve people that we interact with, people that we might not regularly pay attention to. Know their name. Get to know somebody's name today. I actually went to this Panera Bread that's here by me, and I think the names of 3 of the employees. I need to know more of them. I spend a lot of time there, so I probably should know more employee names. So that'll be one of my actions, is to remember somebody's name and to learn a little bit about them so that I can appreciate them better as a service. Let's look for ways to serve other people today and let Jesus use us for his glory in his world. It's cool. I'm grateful for you to be on here. I'm grateful that you are trying to figure out how to be a marketplace minister. What we do because we follow Jesus matters forever. In Matthew 10:42, it says that even if we give a cup of cold water in the name of a disciple, we shall not lose our reward. So what we do because we follow Jesus matters. And we've been called to serve others. And so as we serve others today, we can know that it's going to count forever. Thank you so much for being marketplace ministers. Thank you for being purposeful in how you live out your faith every day. And thanks for being a part of this live stream. I'm grateful for each of you. I'm grateful for your involvement in this community. If you get a minute, we do a couple of things I want to make you aware of. We have a marketplace mission trip going on this week. We have another one starting on May the 3rd. If you'd like to do a marketplace mission trip, you can sign up for that. I believe it's visible in our online community. And also on Tuesdays, we like to do a live stream that's an introduction with other members of our community. And so if you haven't been on that live stream yet, get with Chris Castro and tell her and try and find a day and time when you can do that. If we can't do it on a Tuesday, we can do it some other time. And also just look for ways to be a blessing to other people. Maybe you can check out our Follower of One website. There's a store there, a menu option for shop. We have a new merchandise store. You can get some Follower of One merch and check that out as well. Thank you all so much for being on this call today. Let's look for ways to serve other people and to do what God would have us do in their lives, and then see how He works, because He's in charge and He's moving and working. Thank you all so much for being here today. It was great seeing you. See you later.